What's good, everybody? I see you, Mark. YouTube. What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live tonight, guys. And tonight's live is going to be on too early. No, what am I talking about, guys? It's not too early. It's 20 guys doing a lot of content, guys. I got a video dropping for you. But yes, it's 20 guys that I believe that you should feel safe with. If you drafted these guys, you should feel good about having these guys on your team. These guys, you should trust them. Don't feel, oh my God, is he gonna really? I don't know. You should feel good about these guys. And I got 20 guys that I'm gonna give you confirmation and affirmation that you did the right thing, that you made the right pick. You drafted him at the right ADP. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's today's video. I want to give you confirmation, guys. And one thing I can tell you, as I do my content, this is going on my 5th year. I'm knowing what y'all I'm learning what y'all really need. This is what y'all need. Y'all need confirmation. Y'all know the game. Y'all just as good as I am. I'm nice. I'm nice in fantasy. I know players, but y'all know players too. I learn from y'all every day. But sometimes the difference between me and you, I'm confident and I can go down with the ship. I don't know if y'all are ready to go down with the ship with the players that you are drafting. 1 minute you like the guy, and as soon as you hear some news, you off the guy. Now, if it's an injury, like if I got a lot, probably got 90% CMC in redraft leagues. If I hear injury, yes, I'm like, okay, it is what it is. Let me get ready to move another running back in that spot. So I get it. But I'm not going to be like, oh my God, it's over. Do I need to go get Brian Robinson? I don't give a damn about no Brian Robinson. I don't want no Whoopi Goldberg. I'm looking for Margot Robbie's, Jamie Presley's, Mila Kunis. I'm not looking for no Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi had her time. Whoopi had her time in Ghost. She had her time in Beloved. This ain't no Whoopi Goldberg time. I want bad chicks. I want top of the line good players. So don't worry about if something happened to one of those players. You already drafted other players that you believe in. That's why I don't believe in no handcuff. I don't need no safety blanket. I believe in myself. So guys, 20 guys that you should feel good, you should trust, and you should feel good about like having these guys on your team. You should be trustworthy of these guys. Yes, sir. Let's get the likes up. Yes, sir. We got Miracle Ballers in the house. We got Jamar Joseph. What's up, bruh? We got Joel in the house. Yes, sir. We got Gabe in the building. What's going on, Gabe? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Guys, I'm excited. So I'm sorry. If I offend anybody, I'm sorry. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to win. Right? I'm ready to win. Joel says, what up, TD? What's up? Guys, make sure you become a member of the channel. That's so you can get your cred out. If not, you're going to really have to super chat. But I will try to get to everybody comment after I do the content. I'm not going to try to make this video be very long, but I am going to go to players and give a little bit of a breakdown. So it may take a little bit of time. But if you want your questions answered, you super chat or sign up as a member of the channel. Miracle Baller says, thanks, TD. Anytime. I see you, D-Take. Miracle Baller says, I'm going down with the ship. Yes, sir. Captain style. Come on now. Okay. Just make sure I got everything together here, guys. Miracle Baller says, if you don't know how to like the channel, double tap the screen. Double tap the screen to like the channel. Double tap the screen to like the channel. Top right corner, guys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Miracle. Okay. So let's get started, guys. I'm going to go from 20 to 1. And this is no particular order, just 20 guys that I think you should feel great about having on your team. You did a great job drafting these guys. Don't worry about a little bit of news here and a little bit of news there. Ooh, I'm gray-headed. Look at all that gray hair in that bun, boy. Good gracious almighty. That mean I'm wise. That's wisdom. Okay. So my number 20 guy is going to be Chase Brown for the Cincinnati Bengals. Chase Brown from the Cincinnati Bengals. And the reason why I trust Chase Brown, because I trust Jamar Chase. I trust Joe Burrow. Now, I'm a little bit worried about their injuries, a little bit. A little. I didn't take a lot of Jamar Chase. I actually traded Jamar Chase a couple times to get a 2-for-1. I'm a 2-for-1 type of guy, right? I will get a Margot Robbie, and then I'll lower my tier a little bit and go for an Amy Schumer and a I don't know, right? I'll lower the tier a little bit, right? And then go for get 2-for-1, right? So yes, guys. So what I'm saying is, I feel great about. I like you. We know what Jamar Chase is. We know what Joe Burrow is. We know what T. Higgins can do. So Chase Brown as the starting running back, and you going off the Woody Marks? Who the hell is Woody Marks? So if you're gonna go to an elite offense with some weapons around him, Chase Brown is the guy. You talking about, well, how good is Chase Brown? I heard he's small. Pause. I heard he can. It doesn't matter. This team is gonna be in the green zone more than any other team, probably top 3 of all NFL teams. They're gonna be in the red zone all the time, scoring big points. You saw what Joe Burrow has 2 or 3 years in the league. This team has always been an elite offense. We know the defense sucks, so there's even more opportunities for this offense to play. And they ain't coming off the field. Why? Because they're not going to be blowing nobody out. That defense is not going to be stopping nobody. So Joe Burrow's going to always be out there having 40 attempts a game. And so that's going to give Chase Brown, all Chase Brown got to do is score a touchdown a game and catch a couple passes, and then he top 14. So I love Chase Brown, guys. It's not he can play. He was one of the guys that I said that I thought was special coming out of college because of his phone booth ability. He can make a dude miss in the phone booth. He's built like a statue. And also, he took 300 carries 2 years in a row and never got hurt. He never missed a game in college. So I'm not worried about all that other stuff. I'm just going to take that running back in the late second round or middle second round and feel good about it because I got a running back that's going to get all the green zone touches on the elite offense. Let's move on to my number 19 guy. Okay, my number 19 guy is going to be Hunter Henry, from the New England Patriots, the tight end. Pause. Hunter Henry from the Patriots, guys, the tight end. Now listen, let me tell you why I like Hunter Henry. What I always say, if anybody in the chat know what I always say, what did I say about a quarterback and a tight end? What did I always say? I'm waiting for who's going to make the first comment. You get your comment read out too. Who's going to tell me what do I always say about quarterbacks and a tight end, especially a young quarterback? Especially a young quarterback. What do I always say? I'm going to give y'all a little bit of time. Okay. It's taking too long. Let me tell you what it is. A tight end is a man's best friend, a quarterback's best friend. Safety blanket, miracle ballers. Have you? Tight ends are always their best friend. Come on, Joel. Yes. So Drake Maye is a young quarterback, and he got a lot of upside. I think he's on the way to have a breakout season. This guy's athletic. But we're not talking about Drake Maye now. We're talking about Hunter Henry. So but that's the reason why I like Hunter Henry. So especially in a Josh McDaniels offense, tell me when Josh McDaniels had a bad tight end in his offense. I'm waiting. Tell me when Josh McDaniels had a bad tight end in his offense. He ain't never had a bad tight end in his offense. So Hunter Henry, we know what he did. Actually, he's finished top 5 a couple times. So with Drake Maye, I love to have this guy if I waited late to get a tight end. This guy's going off the board, round 12 and the 17-round draft, round 13, maybe even later. He might not even be getting drafted as a tight end. So I feel that Hunter Henry could get 6 to 7 targets, and he's going to get red zone targets. Tell me who's the jump ball guy in New England. It ain't Stephon Diggs. He ain't a jump ball guy. He's a route runner, phone booth guy. Demario Douglas is a phone booth guy. They got a lot of phone. Keyshawn Butte is a phone booth guy. And when I say phone booth, these are, bam, I'm getting open. It ain't no, get off of me, jump up, George Pickens type. It's 3 or 4 different types of wide receivers. You got phone booth guys, you got jump ball guys, and then you got technical route running guys who can run the route tree from the outside. It's different types of wide receivers, just like a different type of running backs and guards and tackles and centers and D tackles and cornerbacks. They all are different. I'm cooking now. So when it comes to Hunter Henry, he's the 6'5" guy that's in the red zone for Drake Maye, who's 6'5", he can get the ball out to. So Hunter Henry is going to have 6 to 7 receiving touchdowns. They're not looking for Demario Douglas in the green zone. So it's going to be Trayvon Henderson or Ramondre Stevenson for the running, or it's going to be probably a pass to Hunter Henry. That's what it's going to be when you get into the green zone with the Patriots. Let's move on to my number 18 guy. Let's go. I'm cooking. It's Hunter Henry. You know it. Come on, Cody. Appreciate you being here, Cody. Okay, so my number 18 guy is going to be Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft from the Green Bay Packers. Now, listen, I love Luke. When they first got drafted here, which is like 2 years ago, I was like, yeah, Luke Musgrave. I was drafting Luke Musgrave, and Luke Musgrave started off good, and he got hurt. So I was like, oh, well, they coming in with Tucker Kraft. I mean, he got good draft capital. He's like a 4th-round pick, but he ain't got no 2nd-round pick like Luke Musgrave. Well, let me go back and give Tucker Kraft some credit. Tucker Kraft can play, right? And I know he was a good pick, but Tucker Kraft, Luke, you behind him now? It's over for you, Luke. You're going to get traded soon or go to another team because this is Tucker Kraft team now. And Tucker Kraft, guys, for a tight end position, pause, he's going to be fine. Like, don't overread in the tight end. Don't worry about targets in the tight end position. That's why I'm teaching y'all something right here. A lot of you be like, what about targets? Now, the elite guys, the top 5 guys, George Kittle, Brock Bowers, Trey McBride, David Njoku, Travis Kelce, yeah, you can count those targets and how you're going to flow with that. I'm not taking on the Sam Laporta, but I'm not talking about Sam Laporta right now. Though, yeah, those top 5, you can look at the targets. But I ain't looking at no targets for no Tucker Kraft. I'm not looking at no targets for Tucker Kraft because Tucker Kraft is part of a committee where they got a bunch of players around, a bunch of players. But the way Matt LaFleur draws up his plays fits Tucker Kraft to get a touchdown every other game. He loves the play-action game. Remember, this is the Shanahan tree all the way back. I mean, that tree is humongous. This is the staple of all offenses in the world. I say what I say. This is the staple. This is that play-action, show it to you, go backside, hit the tight end, right? Shannon Sharp, right? Rob Gronkowski, even that, like they ran a little bit. Now that offense wasn't like a run game offense in New England, but it's kind of the same thing, those type of plays. Everybody took that play from Bill Walsh, that play action and the cross up the tight end. And that's what Tucker Kraft is going to get. And you're not going to be able to stop it because you got to worry about Josh Jacobs. You got to worry about Matthew Golden. You got to worry about Christian Watson when he comes back. And you got to worry about some of these other guys out here that we know full of talent. So Tucker Kraft is a good tight end if you're waiting late, and you should feel good about it. Don't worry. Oh, I need a trade for a guy? No, you don't need to trade for a guy. You good. Let him evolve. A lot of you get the sauce. Somebody give you $1 million, and you know what you do? Well, here, go ahead and take it back because I don't know. Maybe I can go and trade it in for $100,000 that I can get immediately. Like, what are you doing? You don't know what you got into the first. And I saw a guy in the comment section. He said, guys, why are you trading and ain't no gameplay? And I said, man, you exactly right. Why the hell are you trading and you don't even know what kind of player you got? They didn't even went out there. We know they're sleepers every damn year. It ain't just Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. It ain't just those guys. So you got to give time for players to evolve like Tucker Kraft. So let's move on to my number 17 guy. And my number 17 guy is going to be Tyrone Tracy. Tyrone Tracy from the New York Giants. And I know this is one of the players that I need to break down. A lot of you, I don't know. And Tracy's was falling and falling and falling. I'm like, guys, it's 32 running backs in the league. There's 32 running backs in the league that's starting week 1. But there's only probably like 22, 23 guys that's going to get the goal line carries. Other teams, we don't know who's going to get it. Now, it's a special situation. Jahmyr Gibbs is so special, we don't care who gets it, right? In the past, we didn't. I don't care if David Montgomery get that because Jahmyr's the man. Jahmyr's the man. But when it comes to Tyrone Tracy, all I want to see is if they get down into that red zone and green zone and he getting carries, I want that guy on my team. It's not all about, he jumped over somebody, he did a backflip, and he caught it with 2 fingers. Oh, I want him on my team. It ain't always going to be that. Sometimes it's going to be just a cloud of dust and the Duke fall in there, and then he got 6 points, and you want to know why you lost. Because you too worried about a fancy player. Tyrone Tracy is a running back. I want him on my team. What I tell y'all? Go ahead and tell him what do I turn down? Come on now. Tell him in the chat. Tell him in the chat. What do I turn down? I'm ready for the first person to say it. What do I turn down? I'm going to give you a few seconds. Let's get the likes up, too. I got 45 people in the chat, and I got 13 likes, and I'm cooking. The energy is here. So come on, let's get the likes up, fellas. And I'm not begging for nothing. I'm just telling you how to support the channel, right? This is what we do here. You come in the restaurant, you got to sit down, right? You come to the TD channel, you got to hit the like button or the thumbs down button. I don't care which one you hit, and I can't make you hit the like button, but you're going to hit a button while you're in here because I'm going to keep telling you. So what I'm saying, guys, I don't turn nothing, no player down but my collar. I don't turn nothing down but my collar. I'm not turning no player down at the right ADP, right? So when it comes to Tyrone Tracy, guys, you got to draft this guy as probably if RB 19, RB 20, he should be coming off the board. I'm not drafting these wide receivers like Demario Douglas is not coming off the board before Tyrone Tracy. I'm not doing it. I'm not drafting Stephon Diggs before I draft Tyrone Tracy. Why? Because the running back is gonna get the goal line touchdowns. Cam Scatterbo, I gotta see you beat him out first. Now, if Cam Scatterbo, that's why I've been handcuffing with Cam Scatterbo, because he is a good player. He will get some opportunities. But right now, I think Tyrone Tracy have earned his goal line targets. That's what they fighting for. They both gonna get used, but who's gonna be the back that we count on when it's 4th and 1 and we gonna run the ball? Who is gonna be? Is it gonna be Scatterbo or is it gonna be Tracy? Right now, I'm betting on Tracy week 1. Just gave you a like, bro. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's move on to my number 16 guy. My number 16 guy is another tight end. Is going to be David Njoku. David Njoku from the Cleveland Browns. And listen, guys, y'all see some of my guys that's been following me. They members on my channel. Ask them real quick in the chat how I feel about David Njoku. Yes, sir. We got a new member in the building. Renzo. What's up, Renzo? Renzo in the house. Yes, sir. And like I said, guys, be patient. I will get to everybody's question unless you are a member. I'll read a member out like Joel right now. He said, yes, sir, drafted David Njoku. So if you're a member, I might, get off my topic and go read your comment out real quick. Or if you super chat. But other than that, guys, you're going to have to wait, and then I'm going to go down from the top to the bottom. So make sure you become a member. And listen, that's $1 tier. All you got to do is get into the club. Costs you $1. Come on now. Bring your own beer. Bring your own alcohol, right? But it's going to cost you $1 to get in. Yep. Appreciate that, KJ. Appreciate the understanding. But David Njoku, guys, I've been on David Njoku because of his athletic ability. Now, tight ends, what I did learn by playing fantasy and also just knowing football, it takes tight end a long time to understand. And so David Njoku, guys, for the first 2 years, 3 years, he only had like, what, 15 catches, and we was like, he sucked. So I'm talking about David Njoku. People saying, oh, he sucked. I'm like, no, he don't. And then he got a deal. They was like, what is wrong? You know how Cleveland is, so nobody respects Cleveland, and I get it. They're like, why did Cleveland give him a deal? What's wrong with them? And I'm like, guys, I like David Njoku, and people are unsubscribing from my channel. You know this I would call this journey that I've been on. Guys, you know how many people I've lost off of talking about a player that actually hit? Christian Watson, his rookie season, I was like, oh, this guy's going to be Randy Moss. I mean, he has the ability like that. He can... What? Y'all listening to this dude? He's crazy. Look at his hair. He looks like a girl. Like, all types of stuff you will hear in the comment section. And then he hit. What? Where you at? I can't see. Are you still in the chat? Are you still in the chat? So when I'm talking about David Njoku, guys, this is one of the most athletic tight ends in the game. If he played with a quarterback like Pat Mahomes or a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers or any other top quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, any of these guys, this guy would be a superstar. He has that ability. He's one of the most athletic guys, and he's tough. This dude got turned. His whole face was pink, and he still played. Supposed to have been out for 2 or 3 weeks, but his whole face was pink because he got peeled. I don't know what he was doing, playing with hot water or something. I don't know what he was doing, but he still played. And I respect those type of football players. So this guy's special, guys. So Shadur Sanders and Joe Flacco, you know what Joe Flacco did for him. Joe Flacco was starting. Joe Flacco made this dude the number 2 tight end in the game, and also he averaged about 18 points a game. And Joe Flacco is the starter. I would still feel good with him as Shador. Dylan Gabriel, but I still play him. I'm still drafting him, and he's great value. And going out of round 7 to 8, great value. Great value. There's a chance to be number 1 if Joe Flacco targets him again like that. Okay. Fireworks accident. Is that what it was with Joe Flacco? Was it fireworks again? Damn, man, y'all football players, man. That shows, man, I was a football player. That's maybe why I'm so turned up on my lives. Something wrong with us. We've been getting hit in the head too damn much. I'm not holding a firecracker up in the air because I got a bunch of money. Say, look, women, I'm strong. I know y'all want me, and I got a bunch of money, but watch me hold this firecracker. Hell no. So thank you for telling me that, bro. But yes, David Njoku, guys, this is a really good tight end to have one of the best values at the tight end position who could be number one. Tucker Kraft can't be number one. I don't believe that. What's going on, Aaron Holloway? I got you, dictate. I respect that. But, you know, we'll come back to it. Listen, it ain't about being on right or wrong because we all got our favorite players. But bro, David Njoku, he him, bro. He him. I stand on that. And if I'm wrong, I go down with the ship. It hurt my hit rate. My hit rate 70%, 71, 68, 69, somewhere around there. All right, let's move on to my number 15 guy. My number 15 guy is going to be Drake Maye. Drake Maye from the New England Patriots. And guys, he has Josh Allen tightness. He ain't strong like Josh. He's not country strong like Josh. But his athletic ability is like Josh. Like he can score rushing touchdowns. I won't be surprised if this dude have 500-600 yards rushing and about 6 to 7 rushing touchdowns. That's why I'm drafting him. He don't got the weapons to make him a top 5 guy, but his rushing upside makes him a top 5 guy. I remember when I saw a couple years ago when this guy had what was that? He had 90 yards rushing. And I'm like, I know he in Carolina, he could run, and you saw Josh Allen at Wyoming. You never thought they was fast. You thought he was just, okay, he can move in the pocket. And then you got to pros and you saw Josh Allen actually is fast. Because he's 240 pounds moving like that. That's like a 4'4" guy when you're running a 4'6" and you 240, 250. So Drake Maye, guys, is very athletic. When I hit it, I'm like, man, I got to pick him up. And then he played good. He wasn't out there just chucking the ball and throwing picks. He was actually throwing to guys that are supposed to be open, that is open. He just got to make a little bit of a better throw. See, I'm giving y'all the gas. See, I'm telling you now, y'all ain't going to even come to my channel nowhere. I already got my guys. Yeah, this quarterback's about to ball out because he's doing this. He's throwing it in the right spot, like you said, and he's comfortable in the pocket. And all he got to do is just get the ball up a little bit, like Josh. Josh was throwing it over people's head, but he was throwing it in the right spot. And then he got Brian Daboll and Stephon Diggs, and Josh Allen is him. He's a Hall of Famer. So I love Drake Maye, and guess what we got? Stephon Diggs. They got Stephon Diggs, the guy that made Josh Allen great, that helped make him great. So I love Drake Maye, guys. This is a quarterback that if I don't get Lamar or Josh Allen, I'm waiting. Okay, Drake Maye. I'm not going to overdraft these other guys. And I'm not, listen, I could be totally wrong on Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels looks like he might be the best quarterback to ever come through the NFL. Jalen Hurts is going to get 7 to 8 rushing touchdowns from the tush push. But I don't want to take these guys because I can go get Nico Collins in the 2nd round, Derrick Henry, Chase Brown. Or in the 3rd round, I can go and get some more elite players and stack my team out instead of going to get a quarterback who is not going to be the number 1. If you ain't going to be the number 1, I'm not taking you before I get to my RBs or my wide receivers. Aaron says, bro, I had to trade Njoku for Kittle. Is that okay? Yes, that's okay. But they took that trade because they know what Njoku is. But, bro, ain't nothing wrong with doing that, bro. You got Kittle. Kittle's one of the guys that I like. Now, I don't got him on this list because we know what Kittle's going to be. Okay. So let's move on, guys. Let's move on to my number 14 guy. It's going to be a quarterback, and it's going to be Jared Goff from the Detroit Lions. Jared Goff. Now, let me tell you what Jared Goff is this year. And I ain't really been talking about no Jared Goff a lot in none of the years that I've been doing fantasy. But let me tell you what Jared Goff got. He got the best offense in the whole league. He got Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's on his way to be a Hall of Famer, who's one of the toughest wide receivers in the game, and can't nobody stop him in a short area phone booth. He got a mixture of Antonio Brown and Anquan Bolden. If Antonio Brown and Anquan Bolden had a baby, it would be Amon-Ra St. Brown. Strong. So I think we should be taking Jared Goff because he's going to be willing and dealing, and he's good value, and he's going to have some upside games where he threw for 3 touchdowns because of Jameson Williams and Amon-Ra and Sam Laporta, and also Isaac Tesla. So that's why Jared Goff is one of those one of those value quarterbacks where you can wait late and you're getting, and he's competing and he's up there with the points with Lamar and Josh Allen. He ain't being better than him, but he's up there with. So Josh Allen got 29 and Lamar got 35. Well, Jared Goff got 28 points, and he's right there with them guys because he had a great week. He has the weapons on that team to do it. And then Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be special, but guess what? Jahmyr Gibbs can get receiving touchdowns too, which is going to help Jared Goff. So Jared Goff, guys, is a quarterback, one of the quarterbacks that I'm willing to wait late and pick up on my team and stud my team out at the other positions. All right, let's move on to my number 13 guy. I got another quarterback. It's going to be Jordan Love. Jordan Love. How we forgot how Jordan Love, how he got hot 2 years ago down the stretch, and he was the #1 quarterback in the league, and he beat the Cowboys, and he was on his way to beat the San Francisco 49ers. They was up 14 points on him. That Jordan Love, yes. So if I'm waiting and I'm waiting on Jared Goff, and I'm going to stud my team out, and I see Jordan Love ass out there, I'm picking that up. I'm not going to sit there, pause. I'm not going to sit there and let Jordan Love get picked up by another team to try to catch up with my team because I'm just waiting on a particular player when you got guys out there with a value like Jordan Love. So, guys, I love Jordan Love this year because of people. He's fallen. He's fallen. He's great value, and you can get a guy who can compete with the Lamar, who can be top 5, top 6, top 7, and you're getting away late in your draft, and you already got CMC, Derrick Henry, Malik Neighbors. You already got that, and then you're gonna bring in a Jordan Love who can be the #1 quarterback on a weekly basis. That's what I'm talking about here. Jared Goff could be the #1 quarterback in 1 week. Jordan Love could be the #1 quarterback in a week. They've done it plenty of times. We got a super chat from Joel. What's up, bruh? He says, I got offered a trade straight after the draft. Okay, I got offered James Conner for Trayvon Henderson. No, James Conner is a good player, but you can't do that. James Conner, I think he's going to be healthy, but Trayvon Henderson got the sauce. So be patient with Trayvon. He said, the only reason why I'm considering it is because Henderson is the third on the depth. Bruh, don't worry about that depth chart. Don't worry about that depth chart, bruh. That's smoke and mirrors, bruh. Trust your gut. That's how you win in life, bruh. What is the president telling us? Everything is okay. There's no aliens, and the world is safe. No, it's not. You going around and you doing other things to other countries. So I don't believe everything that they say. We in a deficit, so you gotta trust it. Oh, he's third on the depth chart, and Antonio Gibson ain't ran no kickoff return back. Ramondre Stevenson is fumbling, and he's overweight. And y'all, come on now. So you got to read between the tea leaves. And I'm not talking to you, bro. I'm being funny. But I just want to let you know, I don't care about him being third on the depth chart. Trayvon Henderson is the guy that I want. I'm drafting Ramondre Stevenson in the 4th round. He's going to get the goal line touches. No, he's not getting no damn goal line. He may get a few early. That's why I tell you to be patient with the rookies. Or you trade for him in a different quadrant. James Conner gonna be balling out, and then that team gonna be losing, and then I'm gonna say, here, you want James Conner? He's a top 3 running back. Who you want? Trayvon, he only had 1 good game, bruh. They're gonna be splitting the back, they're gonna be splitting Gary's. I get him, and then he will never trade with you again because Trayvon Henderson goes off. Jahmyr Gibbs, same thing. I remember Jahmyr Gibbs, he's injury prone. He's too small. He was hurt the first 6 weeks. Well, he was hurt like 2 weeks, and then he got started slow, and then with David Montgomery, the super chat, bruh. Okay. Let's get the likes up, fellas. We got 50 people in here. We only got 23 likes. Like I said, I will get to everybody comment. Just be patient. If you want your comment read out of me, you got a super chat or become a member. And as I go through the comments, I'll read out your comment. If you're a member. Renzo says, I've been getting the free sauce. It was time. Yes, sir, bruh. Yes, sir. Always their best friend. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep. Okay. Let's keep with the sauce. So let's go on to my number 12 guy. My number 12 guy is going to be DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf. And let me tell you something about DK Metcalf. And I got to self-defecate right here. I love DK Metcalf. So the last 2 years, he really upsetting as a player as his potential. Knowing that he doesn't have the greatest hands, he doesn't run the best routes, but he's a really good football player outside of his attitude. That's the only thing he needs to work on. And I'm not trying to cherry pick him or anything, because I understand I mean anybody could say I got a bad attitude, right? And I don't think I do. I just speak my mind at certain times when I think it's necessary. But I want to say this about DK. He's a boom bust guy, but I think those type of guys is how you win a league at certain ADPs. We all can't get Jamar Chases and Ibukas and stuff, right? So sometimes you have to take a guy like DK, and the reason why you take a guy like DK and feel good about it, according to this video, is because he has the upside to be the #1 wide receiver any week. Some of these other guys will never be the #1 wide receiver, guys. They would never. Wow, what's going on, bro? What's going on with the internet? Ricky Bobby? Oh, I'm going in and out. Okay, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I see why we got 22 people in here. Thank you. Let me know when it tightens up again. Thank you for letting me know, Ricky Bobby. Let me know when it tightens up again. What's up, Chiefs fan? Is it still lagging, guys? Is it still lagging? Let me know. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start again. But the reason why guys like DK, has no lag, just fuzzy. Okay, if it's just fuzzy, okay. I'm sorry about that, guys. That won't happen again. Better. Thank you, Big Will. Thank you. I'm gonna have to do something about that. They haven't did that before. I don't know what the hell is going on. Okay. So, DK Metcalf, guys, he has the potential to be the #1 wide receiver any week. So when I'm drafting this guy in the 5th or 6th round, and he give me 2 or 3 top 5 weeks, I'm gonna be competing for a championship, because I got other stud people who's gonna be top 5 every week. And I can get DK, who he can be a top 5 or the #1 guy with the #1 RB. I'm gonna win. So that's why I go to guys like a DK Metcalf, who may not be getting 10 catches a game, but when he catch one ball, he might just take it to the crib at any single time. And I'm always going to play a guy like that if I drafted him, right? And now, unless I got him real late, then maybe I don't get his boom game. But if I drafted him early, I'm putting him in the game. And y'all know that I'm not going to sit here and slay the guy because he had 2 lackluster weeks. If he is the starter and he's getting the league targets on that team, I'm going to play him. Especially when DK has Aaron Rodgers. I'm angry. This was supposed to be a really great live, and it got fuzzy. Guys, it's always something. It always is something coming up. But everything, I mean, especially when I first started my channel, used to be stuff like this used to happen all the time. But I've been getting better about that. So I'm kind of pissed off. So forgive me if I get off my mojo a little bit and my energy gets down, because I wanted this video to. We need this video. Okay. So DK Metcalf, let's move on to my number 11 guy. My number 11 guy is going to be Jaylen Warren. I got you, Ricky. Jaylen Warren. But the reason why the reason why I like Jaylen Warren is not that I think he's a special player. I know a guy that does think he's special. But I believe that Jaylen Warren is going to be on the field, and by being on the field, it's going to automatically give him 10 to 15 points. So you getting Jaylen Warren just as a late round pickup guy who can be great for you in the flex. If you went 0 RB, he's a great 0 RB target. And listen, Caleb Johnson may be a better runner of the ball, but can he block for Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers, now, only guy that I know can play as a rookie and play a lot, and you can't block, is like an Adrian Peterson, but Adrian Peterson is so damn special. When he touch it, you got to put him out there. So you first, second down, he out there because he can take it to the crib. So when third down come, yeah, we get him. When we pass him, get him down. We don't. They can know we running. They still can't stop it. And when we play action to him, all we got to do is chip a defensive lineman. We don't need him to stay in there and block and fit and get low and stuff. We just need him to show that he can get the ball. So Caleb Johnson could be a guy like that. But if you can't pass protect with Aaron Rodgers at his age, they're not putting him in the game. So it's going to take him a while. Now, he might get some goal line carries, but Jaylen Warren is the one that's going to catch 3 or 4 passes a game from Aaron Rodgers. He's going to be out there protecting. He's going to get a couple opportunities because he's blocking good. So the coach is going to say, well, let's let Jaylen get the touchdown. He's been blocking. He's doing a great job. He's one of the best blockers, pass protecting running backs in the whole league. So it's only going to help Aaron Rodgers. So I like Jaylen Warren. I'm not worried about Jaylen Warren. I feel great about having Jaylen Warren. I feel great about having Jaylen Warren. Thank you, Justin. Thank you. Big Will says, I can see Aaron Rodgers throwing a lot of flats to Jaylen Warren. Yes, sir. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. Aaron Rodgers is not going to be the same Aaron Rodgers. Y'all think he's going to be throwing the ball? No, he's trying to win. He knows he's with a team who can really win. So he's going to take care of the ball. He's not going to be doing crazy stuff. Now, listen, when it come time, it's clutch time. Hey, I'm telling y'all seen it in the past. Y'all see these older players, they kind of like, I'm hurt a little bit. I'm not playing that much. Like Kobe's 64-point game. What he scored? He scored like 60 or 50 or something his last game. You tap into something and it comes back to you every blue moon. Aaron Rodgers is gonna have a couple games where he gonna be cooking. You know how he be in the pocket? He gonna get out the pocket and boom and throw it on the rope. That's what Aaron can do. But he's not gonna do a lot of that this year. He's gonna be hand it off, check it down here, quick to hear the Pat Fryermuth. DK play action, DKD on touchdown. Like he ain't gonna be trying to throw for no 40 tubs, but he might have 28 and 3. He might be 28 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He ain't gonna turn the ball over crazy. Aaron Rodgers don't turn the ball over crazy. Never have. He's one of the lowest turnover quarterbacks for his interceptions in the history of the game. To play as many games as he has. Okay, so let's move on to my number 10 guy. My number 10 guy is gonna be Alvin Kamara. Yes, Alvin Kamara. Y'all know what I'm about to tell you. He's game script proof. No matter what's going on in the game, no matter who's the quarterback, you can't stop Alvin. The reason why you can't double team the running back in a passing game. If you do that, it's going to hurt the integrity of your defense. So if you bring a safety and a linebacker to guard him both ways, somebody going to Shaheed, Chris Olave, somebody going to be open, or they better be open, or they're going to get fired, or something going to happen. Because you can't. If you mess the integrity of your defense to try to stop a running back on an option route, it messes up the integrity of the defense. Somebody's going to be running open. Somebody's on an island with a fast guy. It's not good to do that. So nobody's going to double Alvin. So Alvin's going to always get 6 or 7 passes caught when he is healthy. Run up through the middle, to the right, bam. Spencer Rattler going to do that. He ain't trying to get sacked. He ain't trying to do nothing extra because he's a rookie. He start turning the ball over, he's going to lose his job to Tyler Show or somebody else. So Alvin Kamara's game script depending on meaning if they up, he's gonna run it. If they down, he's gonna catch it. And you might say, well, they're gonna save him if they lose it. Why would you save a 30-year-old runner? How you gonna? I'm gonna save him for 5 games. But he's 30. He might lose a step in 5 games. He might lose a step tomorrow when he wake up because he's 30. So you gotta take that limit. Listen, them limits has been in the refrigerator for 2 weeks. We can't save them. You got to squeeze them all and put them in the jar, bro. Ain't no, this lemon, I don't know if it's sweet enough. No, you got to squeeze them all in there. So they're going to squeeze everything they got out of Alvin Kamara in the next 2 years. And they paid them to do that. They know, listen, man, we're going to run you to the ground. We don't got a great team. He said, it's okay, just pay me. Y'all didn't cut me when I got in trouble, so I'm okay. I'll stay here. He could get traded for a championship run, maybe, but he's still going to be Alvin Kamara. Okay, let's move on to my number 9 guy. I got another quarterback. It's going to be Bo Nix. It's going to be Bo Nix. Is the video choppy, guys? Is the video choppy? Let me know if the video choppy. So guys, Bo Nix is a perennial top 5 potential quarterback. Now, I don't like going in the middle section and trying to get a quarterback. Just fuzzy, no lag. Okay, just fuzzy. I don't like this shit. Just a bit fuzz, okay. Not the best, but we hear you. Damn, man. What the hell is going on? I've been doing videos here all week long, and this shit ain't happened. Now it's happening. It's fuzzy. Okay. Let me go get my, hold up, guys. Let me get my charger for a second. Right back, guys. Let me get my charger. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Okay. Let's see here. I apologize to everybody. This will not be happening. I wonder why is it. What the hell? Okay. Okay. All right. Your chat. I need a TD from Blue on the Cowboys. If you think he gets it, laugh out loud. Okay. All right. Let me get my itinerary, guys. All right. Let's go right here. All right. So Bo Nix. The reason why, guys, I think Bo Nix is a quarterback that you should feel good, even though I'm not going in the middle section and getting a quarterback. I think the guy with his rushing ability, Sean Payton as his coach, and the ability for him getting better like he did last year, like reading the defense, I think that's people are sleeping on that part. I think he has top 5 upside with his, because I think he can have 6 to 7 rushing touchdowns. This guy's athletic. All quarterbacks now, most quarterbacks in the league is not pocket passer guys. They can actually run that ball when they need to. So Bo Nix, guys, even though I'm not getting to a lot of them, I have him in Dynasty from last year. But far as in redraft, I'm not getting to him. But I think he can be a top 5 guy. I'm not going to sit here and hate on no Bo Nix. D-Tate said I got Bo in the 8th round. Yes. So I respect Bo Nix as a quarterback, even though I'm not going into that tier and getting him. But I think he could be better than Kyler Murray. It's a lot of Caleb Williams. I think he's a better quarterback than those guys. So don't feel bad about getting Bo Nix. Let's move on. The next guy I want to talk about is going to be a running back from Buffalo, and it's going to be James Cook. Yes, James Cook. Guys, James Cook, I think, can have an even better year. What people don't understand, they think that the Buffalo Bills is a passing team. The Buffalo Bills is not a passing team. It's a running team. And it's one of the best running teams in the league. When you got guys like Dawkins, who's 330 pounds, who are road graders. Ricky Bobby, appreciate it, bro. On the Hall of Fame tier. Appreciate it. When you got guys like Dawkins who are run graders, like they moving everybody, this offense is going to be moving. Everybody worried about Josh Allen. Everybody worried about Josh Allen running around and making a big play. So James Cook is going to be having big, huge holes to run through, pause. And so I love James Cook. I'm getting he's going at a better value than he did last year. So I'm snapping him up as if I want to go robust RB, which I'm going robust RB almost every single time, I'm having James Cook next running back. Come on, guys. he might give me a 10 game because Ray Davis sniped him. I don't give a damn because he gonna come back with a 2 touchdown game or a 60-yard run the next game. It's okay. You don't have to be great every single game, especially when I'm getting you in the 4th round or 5th round, depending on how dumb your league mates are. So I love James Cook, guys. This is one of the most explosive players in the game. They just paid him. Big Will says, yes, sir. I stacked Josh Allen and James Cook in my other league. Yes, sir, Big Will. Yes, sir, Ricky Bobby. Appreciate you, bro. Okay, let's move on from James Cook. My next guy is going to be a running back. It's my number 7 guy. It's going to be a running back from the Carolina Panthers. It's going to be Chuba Hubbard. Yes, Chuba Hubbard. And a lot of you be like, man, Rico Dowdle's there. That offense struggles. Bryce Young might not play good. I get it. You not you, but I get everything that you're saying. But what you don't understand is that offensive line is a offensive line. And top 10. Top 10 is 32 teams. So if you want, I'm gonna tell you a game to go back. I'm gonna tell you all right now. Go to YouTube and look up this. Go look up the game where the Eagles played against the Carolina Panthers and watch what Chuba did against that defensive line. Chuba had like 25 carries for like 96 yards. And you might say, 96 yards. That ain't he. I thought you were about to say 108. Who had 100 yards against the Eagles last year running the ball with those 2 big road graders up there who ain't nobody running the ball through there. Them guys are monsters. Both of them from Georgia. One of them 330, the other one 310, and they strong. Chuba was running the ball down their throat. Pause. He was killing. Bryce Young had a good game. He threw a pick, but it wasn't his fault. Like that, and that showed me what Carolina could do. Now, it could have been a game where the Eagles just didn't want to come play because, it's a long season. It's professional football. You get tired sometimes. And I'm like, okay. And I kept watching. I mean, that ain't the only game I watched the Chuba. I kept watching, and this dude, and it wasn't nobody else gonna come in and take his carries no more. It was over. Even if I know a lot of it. When he got hurt, the young cat that supposed to be like the number 1 RB coming out last year, it didn't matter to me. So this year, guys, I think Rico might come in and spell Chuba. Chuba making good money. So they ain't gonna like split on carries. It's gonna be like a 80-20 at the worst. What's going on, Stacy? It's going to be 80-20 at the worst. Chuba as a flex play RB, as the 3rd RB on my team. And sometimes Chuba, guys, I got a few teams where I got Chuba and James Cook in my flex. And then I got CMC and Derrick Henry as my running backs. That's early draft, and I did that. Yes, I did that. So I love Chuba Hubbard, guys. I feel you should feel good about him. Don't be worried about him. You don't have to trade him. Let's see what he's going to do. Let's see what he's going to do. My next guy is going to be another running back. It's going to be Trayvon Henderson from the New England Patriots. And the reason why I like Trayvon Henderson, even though he's the RB3 on the depth chart, is because he has more upside than Antonio Gibson, and he got more upside than Ramondre Stevenson. He is fast. If you watch him, to me, he outplayed Quinshon Judkins, who's the top RB coming into this year's draft. He outperformed him, and he's a great pass protector back, and he can run through you too. Now he reminds me of a Devon A-Chain comp, but guess what? Devon A-Chain ain't running over nobody. I mean, don't get it twisted. Devon A-Chain will get low and get those tough yardage, but Trayvon is a little bit of a tougher running back. And so, guys, I think Trayvon eventually takes this offense over. So you're going to have this guy on your team, and you can start him as a flex play week 1 if you want to. And then if you don't like what happens, then you just stash him and hold on. But do not drop him no matter what, unless knock on wood, unless he goes down with some type of crazy injury. So trust Trayvon Henderson as a breakout running back, as a rookie running back who can have a Devon A-Chain type season. Okay. Let's move on to my number 5, guys. Another running back is going to be James Conner from the Arizona Cardinals, the running back. And the reason why I like James Conner is, guys, he's not getting 25 carries all game. All he's going to do is come out there on 3rd down when they need him. And then when they get down there and they're ready to score, he's going to get the touchdowns. It's not going to be Trey Benson. Now, I could be wrong. If Trey Benson start breaking long runs and looking really spectacular, excuse me, they will give him the ball. They will give Trey Benson the ball. But I don't think so. James Conner for the last 3 years on has evaded more tackles than any other running back in the game the last 3 years. Basis is a top 5 running back. He's averaging over 15 points a game. This dude had 800 yards for a whole season and was a top 5 running back because he had 15 rushing touchdowns. He's a goal line monster. He's a green zone monster. He's always scoring. Watch him. Bam, strong. And I'm not gonna call him a true phone booth, but I got it. That boy, you're not just gonna size him up and make the play. I've been shocked. I've been watching the last 2 or 3. I said, man, how did I miss that like 3 years ago when I didn't draft a lot of them? How did I miss it? Because usually I'm watching that on the film. I'm watching the running back. I played running back, so I'm watching the running backs, how they move and what's going on. And James Conner is the guy who can make elite players miss in a short area. So I like James Conner, guys, and you're getting him in the 5th or 6th round like he's old. Put him in your flex and watch yourself win a championship. That's how good James Conner is. Okay. So let's move on to my number 4 guy, and it's going to be Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry. And the reason why, guys, I'm talking about Derrick Henry, I know a lot of you think he's old, but let me tell you something. Derrick Henry is probably going to break the rushing all-time record. So that lets you know that he ain't going nowhere no time soon. So if you got him in Dynasty, you should feel good. If you don't have him, you should go buy low on him. I think you could get Derrick Henry maybe from some people, maybe for a 1st round. I paid 1 first and 2 seconds for him. And the reason why, you're like, why? Because I wanted to win a championship. I got great players all over. If I put Derrick Henry in my flex, or I'm adding him to an already CMC, Jahmyr Gibbs type team, oh, what you gonna do? You can't stop me. So I'm gonna pay for that. I don't need those 1st round. I'm not waiting on these 1st round picks, and I'm trying to win a championship. So if I win a championship this year, hey, if I don't win the next year, who cares? I got my championship. I got my money. So that's why I think you should be taking Derrick Henry. This guy is probably one of the best workout warriors that we've seen in a long time at the running back position. He's in great shape, and he's playing with Lamar Jackson, who's going to extend his career. So Derrick Henry got a league winner. Guys, he's the only guy that I've seen outside of a Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen who's skipping like 15 spots in some drafts. Guys, I drafted like 2.5 weeks ago, and I'm thinking this was gonna be my strategy. I was gonna draft CMC at the 1-7, and I was gonna get Derrick Henry at the 2-3, 2-4. Number 2 pick of the draft, Derrick Henry. And guess what? It wasn't a bad pick. It wasn't a bad pick. It was a great pick. Because, I mean, now, Jahmyr Gibbs is special. B. John Robinson is good. Don't get it twisted. I would have took those guys. A guy taking Derrick Henry when I know he's going to finish as a top 5 RB, I can't criticize him. I cannot criticize a guy who's going to take a running back who can finish top 5. And he's going to do it because he's with Lamar Jackson. He could get 20 touchdowns. Andrew Anthony, come on, preach. JC says, what up, bruh? I got a draft for 1K in 10 minutes. I'm 2nd pick of 14 PPR. Any suggestions? I'm thinking of Gibbs, then coming back and get Josh Allen and a top of player available. Yes, bro. I love that. I love that. So you picking at, I'm 2nd pick. I love that you're taking Jahmyr. That's a great pick. And when you come back around, bro, if you like Josh over Lamar, that's fine. I would take Lamar and another pick, like another top player. Like if I get a Trey McBride, bro, you're going to win the league. I promise you. I promise you. If you get Jahmyr Gibbs and you get Lamar or Josh, and then you turn around and get a Trey McBride, don't go no farther than Trey McBride. Brock Bowers or Trey. If it ain't Brock Bowers or Trey, then go get B or a wide receiver. I'm telling you, that's the move. That's what I would do, bro. 4-point passing, 6-point rushing. Yeah, so I would go get Josh Allen or Lamar, and with my 2nd pick, I have to keep Jahmyr. You're making a great pick with Jahmyr. Then I would go get Josh Allen or Lamar, and then I would try to go with a top 2 tight end if it's there. If it ain't a top 2 tight end, keep going with running backs and look for Chase. Maybe Devon A-Chain if you okay with it. Maybe not. Nico Collins. Let me see here. I'm just looking for some top guys. That's all I can think of right now at that AP. If Chase doesn't go 1, would you take him over Gibbs? No. No, I'm not doing it. He may finish above Gibbs, but I ain't doing. I'm taking Bijan or Gibbs, bro. I think that's why I don't think you're wrong for taking Gibbs. Now, if Gibbs goes number one, I can see you taking Robinson. I'm fine with that. What's going on, Ron Williams? Yeah. Okay. My number 3 guy is going to be Patrick Mahomes for the Kansas City Chiefs. This is another guy that's in that middle tier with Bo Nix and with Bo Nix. And even though I'm not drafting any of these guys like Bo Nix and Patrick Mahomes in a redraft league, I still have to give them their credit. Patrick Mahomes is a really good quarterback, and he can probably throw for 50 tubs. So you got to be careful fading them. So if you want to go get him, guys, I'm giving you the green light. Like, it's okay. He's okay. Bo Nix is okay. These guys that I'm talking about, it's okay to go get these guys. You don't worry about what they saying about them. And I know some of these guys ain't a lot being said about them, but if you have any worries, I don't think you could. I'm blessing you. You might need more than my blessing, but I'm blessing it. Like, yeah, go ahead and go with these guys. So go ahead and go with Patrick Mahomes. He's the goal line running back for the Kansas City Chiefs. You might say, no, he ain't. He's a quarterback. Well, what do they do when they get down there? They're going to do ring around the rosy, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. They doing that shit. So this is a Pat Mahomes get cute team. And I hate that. I'm not disrespecting on Andy Reid, but that's why Andy Reid, a lot of people didn't like him in Philly. They knew he was a great offensive coordinator who could come up with great play calling every single week. Never seen too many bad play calling unless it was a cold game. But now the NFL respects cuteness. Pun intended. It respect cuteness. And so when they get down there, man, they ain't giving it to no Isaiah Pacheco to run it up the middle every time. They letting Pat Mahomes throw that chick in. And I didn't want to say, you know what I wanted to say. But Pat Mahomes is going to throw that in. So he going to run it in or he going to throw it in. They may get Isaiah Pacheco a few chances to get at least one TD that game. But this is not a run team in the green zone. This is a pass team. So that's why I'm calling Pat Mahomes the green zone running back for that team, because he's the one that's going to get the most points. And that's what I look for. I'm giving y'all the sauce right now. When I'm observing teams and I'm trying to make my fantasy picks, I'm trying to see who is going to score. What teams target what players when they get ready to score. They down there at the 5-yard line or the 10-yard line. That's what tells me what player I want. Why you think I'm on Xavier Worthy? Because they used him down there a lot. He had like a couple of touchdowns last year. 2 or 3 rushing touchdowns and a couple screen touchdowns. They used those Kadarius Tonys and Tyreek Hills and Jerick McKinnon's down there in the green zone. And that's Pat Mahomes. That's him throwing a touchdown. JC says, you like Lamar over Josh in a league where rushing is 6 points, passing is 4? Yes. Lamar only ran in 4 TDs. Allen had 11 last year. Granted, a lot less TD passes. Right. But however, it's going to equate out because I know what Lamar is. But I get it. Derrick Henry is there. That's why I didn't say nothing about you having Josh, because I get what you're saying. I'm like, yeah, I guess Josh will have a couple more rushing touchdowns. I got it. It makes sense what you're saying. So if you want to use that, bro, I don't got nothing to say about this. Nothing wrong with getting Josh Allen. But, Lamar, I'm a fan, too, of the game. And I'm just a fan of Lamar Jackson. So I just take him, and I do like his output for fantasy. Yes, and James Cook had 14. But Josh had some, too. That team, I'm telling you, this is one of the best running teams in the game. People don't want to say that. Pat Mahomes. Now let's move on to my number 2 guy. We got 2 more guys. Thank y'all for being patient. Let's get the likes up. Let me know is it still fuzzy? Just for reference sake. Just for reference sake. It's still fuzzy, so that way I can know, because I'm probably gonna go and get a new internet. I'm not gonna be going live Sunday and this shit is going on. It's not gonna happen because I'm gonna be mad. But yeah, my number 2 guy is gonna be Nico Collins. Yes, Nico Collins. The reason why that I like Nico Collins, guys, is because I want somebody to tell me who's the second target guy on this team. Everybody keep talking about Christian Kirk. And what I say, I don't want to talk to no Whoopi Goldbergs. That all these number 2 wide receivers like Devontae Smith and Khalil Shakir, Zay Flowers, just a lot of slot, really good. DeMario. Why would I want to get Christian Kirk? Now, I get it. He may be scoring 12 or 13 points, but if he's not going to give me the upside to win the league, now, if I got a great team and I can plug him in, yeah, Christian Kirk makes sense. But I just think there's a lot of other players that I'll really get to, even if the ADP is higher than Christian Kirk, just to have a guy on. And if he had some upside, like Darnell Mooney was a guy that I couldn't get to, but maybe was I wrong? Maybe I was. But I'm not. Darnell Mooney wasn't a league winner to me, even though he was balling out for like 2 or 3 games last year. He was having some really, really good games. So what I'm saying, Nico Collins is just him. It's nobody else there. That's for fantasy purposes, as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to play Nico Collins, and I'm going to draft Nico Collins every single week because it's just C.J. Stroud and him. So feel good about Nico Collins, guys. This is a wide receiver that you can take at the 110 all the way in any round, any pick at the second round, any pick in the second round. But in the first round, I'm willing to take him from 110 and on down. Am I willing to take him over Justin Jefferson? I don't know. Maybe. B. Silver said the Whoopi Goldberg comparison is my favorite. Yes, sir, bruh. JC says James Cook had 14 touchdowns. That's why he is on a team that will score way more. Got you. Donnie, I don't rate teams unless you become a member and it's $1 and you're just $1 for the whole month, and then I'll rate your team. But I'm not going to rate teams or rank them or whatever if you're not a member of the channel, Donnie. No disrespect, brother. Appreciate you being here, Donnie. Yes, it's still having trouble, T, but we can hear you. Okay, I got you. Something's going on. It is, but something's going on. But I'm going to finish the show. I think I might know. I got some stuff uploaded in the background. Maybe that's what it is. I got a video out. Maybe that's what it is. But hopefully tomorrow y'all guys can let me know if it does it again. I know. Because everything still looks the same as far as my connection. Okay. So my last guy is going to be CMC. Christian McCaffrey. And y'all know I'm high on the guy. And this is what I'm going to sell you on. This is my point. With his upside, don't y'all know that when CMC was the #1 RB, he outscored Saquon Barkley last year? He outscored Saquon Barkley. He had way more points than Saquon Barkley. Now, I don't want to say way more, but he had more. That's the #1. Yes, CMC is the #1. #1. Nico Collins was #2. So CMC guys, yes. So CMC guys, with his potential to be #1, it doesn't matter if he goes down the way I draft my team. I can't sell y'all on it because y'all don't want nobody to go down on your team. You want your team to go be perfect. You want your girl to never fart. Guess what? Ladies fart too. It happens. You gonna leave because she fart? Oh my God, I didn't think women farted. Come on, but players go down. But the beauty of your woman, her femininity, the respect that you have for her is that's what you're banking on. I'm banking on CMC to be CMC. He gonna catch passes here. I don't need him to be fast. Stop it, Martinez. Stop it. I don't need him to be fast. I need him to be CMC is special. So I'm gonna go down with that ship, man. If he gets hurt, it's okay. I'm okay about it. I got Chuba Hubbard that I can move in an RB spot. I got Alvin Kamara that I can move in an RB spot. So, but if I don't draft him and then he's a league-winning player, I'm going to be mad at myself when I'm sitting around drafting Brian Thomas Jr., Malik Neighbors. They struggling. They got injuries here and there, but they out there playing. And CMC, touchdown, 2 touchdowns a game, catching passes, killing it like he did a couple. I'm gonna be mad. So I can't go. I gotta go down with the ship, guys. I'm always trying to go down with a ship in my life. And I tell people around me that every day. They can't understand what I'm talking about or what I'm saying or why I feel a certain type of way. But I'm always trying to look where whatever I can go out here and die today. And I mean this, guys. I'm not trying to talk weird. I'm happy. If I'm driving to work and the truck swaying my way, hey, I'm good. I'm not scared. I'm good. I'm going. Now, if I'm sitting out here and doing crazy shit, bungee jumping and jumping out of planes, and I go down, I ain't. Oh, my parachute didn't open it. I knew better. I don't want to die that way. I don't want to go down with a running back that I don't believe in. I know CMC can play. He's healthy. He hasn't been hurt. It's like soft. It's just injuries come, and I saw him go through a couple of injuries and bounce back and be a Hall of Famer player. Like, so I'm willing to do that. Now, if he had hurt his knee like a Nick Chubb, I would not be saying this. And you know what's so bad? Y'all pushed up Nick Chubb more than you did CMC. You pushed up Nick Chubb more. Nick Chubb can come back, man. Nick Chubb is a beast. Did you see him? Bro, I don't want no. His knee did that, bro. But you don't want no CMC. Y'all drafted Nick Chubb in the 4th, 5th round. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me you wasn't drafting Nick Chubb in the 4th or 5th round last year. Tate? Yes, sir. Tell me you wasn't drafting Nick Chubb in the 4th or 5th round last year. Talking about something. He coming back, man. He coming back. But CMC, no, I'm not drafting CMC. I'm not doing that. What? Guys, it happens. It happens. And I get it. But he ain't at the age. You got to understand his game. He ain't at the age where I just think he's degenerate. He's not degenerate yet. He's a guy who works on his body all the time. Sometimes he might need to take a break. And guys, sometimes that's what you need. You just need to take a break. Sometimes you just need to go through an off season where you are hurt. And you can miss a couple games. Get your body back right. Get your mind back right. So I'm taking CMC. It's too much upside. And if you go down, I'm going to keep clapping. But I will apologize to y'all because I want y'all teams to be perfect because I'm selling a product here. Y'all hitting the like button, you super chatting. So I'm going to be accountable when I tell you to pick up, he goes down because I know what it is. But I want y'all to be prepared for it. If you do what I tell you to do, it's not going to hurt your team. But if you go out here and just get CMC and then you go off on your own, don't come to me with that bullshit. If you're not going to listen to me what I tell you to do, because I'm going to tell you how to make your team an insurance team. I'm going to tell you how to make your team an insurance team. That way, anybody goes down, you're going to be able to bounce back. But if you go and pick 3 to 4 of the players that I tell you to pick, and then you go off and pick crazy people that I don't know nothing about, that I'm not on, not saying they won't hit, because you could win a championship that way too. I'm not going to sit here and tell you got to do something. But I can't be responsible for that. But if you draft CMC, and then you try to get Derrick Henry, and you're trying to get Chase Brown, and then you're trying to get Alvin Kamara, and you're trying to get James Conner, and you're trying to get Chuba Hubbard, I'm telling you, you're going to be okay. Because you're going to have good wide receivers. You're going to have James. You're going to have Matthew Golden. You're going to have Zay Flowers. You're going to have Cortland Sutton. And then somebody else might drop to you that's elite. You're going to have Brock Bowers on your team. I might fade one of those running backs and go get a Brock, right? It just depends on my bill. Okay, so we done. Let's get to it. So Chris says, I'm going to send Neighbors for CMC right now. It depends on what your team is, Chris. Let me see your team. I can't tell you to do that right now. Everything ain't for everybody. If you got neighbors you might already got Chase Brown and Chuba and got a tight end and got a quarterback. And so you good. You know what I'm saying? So don't go get the player just because I'm on CMC. But I get what you're feeling. I understand because that's why I drafted CMC. But if it makes sense, and neighbors, bruh, you can get a 2-for-1. Like, I don't want you just to do that's a lateral trade up team. Big Will says, I haven't heard anything about CMC this offseason. No news is good news. Big facts. I see you, BT. There you go. And Nate says, and you don't want to make your opponent have a super team. There you go. Come on, Nate. That's good. That's good intel. Nate says, AJ Brown stat pro. 6 or 7 catches. 75 yards and 1 TD. I'm going to say 1 TD. If he don't have 1 TD, he might go for 100. Man, I'm not great at the stack predictions. I just kind of know how the game going to flow. I haven't really sit down and processed the game all the way yet, so I don't want to just give you stuff out. I have to process it and feel it and go through the I got a simulation mind, so I have to go through it with my simulation. So, but I will that I know he's healthy. He's definitely gonna get 6 to 8 catches. The only reason why I wouldn't say more because you run the ball against Dallas Cowboys. So I think Saquon has a big game. I think Saquon touches the ball 20 to 25 times against the Cowboys. You don't want to put the ball in the air a lot with the Cowboys because they got some ball with Deron Bland, Trayvon Diggs. Them guys, they are ball hogs. Chris says, I got Pearsall, Ridley, and Worthy. If you get rid of Neighbors, no. Don't get rid of Neighbors. I'm pretty sure you got good running backs, too. Chris says, thanks, I'll ride it out. CMC handcuff isn't available. Yeah, you don't worry about his handcuff. But, I mean, you don't have CMC, but there's no handcuff for him. I mean, you can try to get Brian Robinson, but you don't know. Garendo they all might split carries, bro. It might be like what was it? A Wilson, Raheem Mostert, and Tevin Coleman. Remember, it was 3 running backs. It might be that, bro, if CMC goes down. Big Will says, I got Josh Allen, Cook, Kamara, CMC. Oh, my God. J-Mo, Ibuka, Braden Allen, Bob, Ollie Gordon, Tucker. Bro, that's an A+. From my point of view. My point of view, that's an A+. That is a killer. Big Will, bro. That's why. Let me tell you why your team's so good. And remember, it's always my opinion. I'm not God. I'm not the best fantasy football. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I might be the best fantasy football content creator as far as giving y'all the gas. But, bro, that's gas. Yeah, look at Chris. That's gas, bro. You killed it. You killed it, bro. And that's, I can tell you watch a lot of content and you always engaging with the content, bro. And I can tell. This is like a teacher telling you, I know, guys, he does his homework. That's why he can go on the board and work that problem. I know you do your homework, bro, because of the problem you just solved right there. That's a great, fantastic team. Fantastic. You got your stash, Sean Tucker. You got IU ready to come back. You got Juwan Jennings to put in the flex whenever you need him. You got Ollie Gordon if something happens to A-Chain. You got Bill if he evolves into the #1 guy. You got Braden Allen if he evolves into the #1, which looks like he's going to do. You got Ibuka who could be the Puka Nakua. You got J-Mo who's going to be better than Amara, especially throughout the season, having big plays. You got CMC who's the #1 RB. Kamara been the #1 RB. Cook was a top 5 RB, and Josh Allen was the #2, #1 quarterback. Bro, you killed it. You killed it. He said, I got my first chip because of you, so all the credit goes to you. No, bro. No, I would say 10% me. I'm like the coach. I'm like Jimmy Johnson. I'm just setting you up. You got to go out there and perform. You doing it. It's your team. I can't pick it for you. You did it. Let me see. Let me go up. Let's see. All right, guys. I'm going to go up a little bit and get to some of these comments, and then we're going to get up out of here. Yeah, Mark says, YouTube, great channel. I appreciate that, Mark. Gabe says, how do you think the Cowboys will do tomorrow night with Nick Kerr starting at linebacker? I don't know, man. Thank you for telling me about Nick Kerr, guys. If you in IDP, go pick up Nick Kerr and stash him and just see what's going to happen. But I'm going to pick him up tonight. I hope I can remember. Can you comment on the video once we done? Find a video and comment and say, hey, don't forget about picking up Nick Kerr. Can you do that for me, Gabe? I appreciate that. And if you post that comment, Gabe, I will highlight the comment and I will put it inside of my I will put it on my post, bro, and give you a shout out. But can you don't forget about Nick Kerr starting for the linebackers since Michael Parsons is gone. Don't forget about that. Appreciate that. Gabe said, do you think the Packers should start Barry McConker or Michael Parsons? You got to start Michael Parsons. I know he haven't practiced a lot, but if he's healthy, you have to start him. WVU Jones, he says T or Lad. I'm going with Lad over T. Higgins. I'm going with Lad over T. Higgins. Cody Stale says it's Hunter Henry. Yes. I be spazzing says Tucker Kraft. Frizz, what's up? He says, now with Christian Kirk hamstring, did not participate today. J.D. Higgins to the moon. To the moon? I don't know about to the moon, but yeah, I get it. He will be the next guy that I would stash on my team just to see what happens. Yes, you have to do that. Even if you ain't on a guy, if somebody gets hurt and it's like a wide receiver 1 or 2, you got to take that 3 guy just to put him on the team. If the guy, because you never know, the guy could go out and have a big game, and then he's the next starting wide receiver. So you're right, Frizz. Picking up Higgins is good. I'm not going to say he's going to the moon, but he's basically trending up because of his opportunity that he might have. Mark WA5. What's up, Mark? He says, hi from England. I love talking to people around the world, man. That lets me know. That makes me really feel good. When I have women on the channel, when I get the girls to come in that love to play fantasy, and then when I get people out of the country, man, it makes me feel great, bro. Appreciate you being here, Mark. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content. KJ says, what do you think of Pacheco this year? I don't want no Pacheco. I don't want no Pacheco. I just don't like the way they use him. KJ says, sounds good, okay. D-Tate says, fireworks accident, talking about David Njoku. Aaron Oliver says, hey, TD, what's up, bro? Christopher says, they need to hire people to do their fireworks. Right. Right. I don't know why these NFL players keep letting that shit happen. Aaron Holloway says, bro, I had to trade David Njoku for Kittle. Is that okay? Yes. Kittle is a good player. NMB says Hill, Adams, or Pickens rest of the season in week 1. I'm going with Hill rest of the season and week 1. If he doesn't play for some reason, I don't know what's going to happen with Tyreek Hill because there's a lot of weird stuff going on. I would go with Pickens. I would go with Pickens over Adams. The reason why, man, I just need to see Adams work with Matthew Stafford. And once I see it, maybe I might recalculate. But right now, I'm going to go with Hill, Pickens, Adams. Cody says, you like Jerry Jeudy or Matthew Golden week 1? I'm going to go with Jerry Jeudy with Joe Flacco being the quarterback. Jay Moore says, how do you feel about Jaden Reed? I'm not touching him all year. He got a Jones injury. He probably will be getting surgery sometime this year. Jay Moore says, can you name a few wide receivers to stash for the 4th quadrant? Yes. Matthew Golden is one. Isaac Tesler is one. And Dante Thornton is one. Third leg conversations, TLC says, is Taj back for the season? I got Dak Prescott as a quarterback. It's Taj back for the season. Okay, what's up, Taj? He says, I got Dak Prescott as a quarterback. That's good, man. Dak Prescott he's gonna be throwing the ball all over the yard, bro. You did a good job with that. Dreadful Light says, I draft Fields. What you think? I can't do it. I know he got a lot of rushing upside, but I need to see it again. And just too many other quarterbacks before I can get to Fields. Big Will in the house. I say Big Will in the house. Watch your mouth. D-Tech says, you going in and out, bro. Okay, we got that. Okay, we did that. Third leg conversation says Dak Prescott or Bo Nix. I'm going with Dak Prescott. I think you're going to have to trade one of those guys because I think both of those guys are going to be good. I wouldn't want both of them on my team. I'm not playing matchups with quarterbacks. You don't want to play matchups with quarterbacks. Ricky Bobby says, the show goes on, man. Keep going. Appreciate the Ricky Bobby. Cheese fan says, this might be off topic, but I think Jerry is going to the Bengals approach. Hey, that's cutting edge content. I don't think that's true, but what you're saying is big. It's like it's facts though, because that's what it exactly looks like. Making Dak earn his money all in the offense, by the way. I like Pickens. Bruh, that's what it is. That's what that is. You right, man. You just bought something up. Thank you, God. I was trying to tell my homeboy about this earlier. I think Jerry Jones is so damn mad at Dak Prescott that he is sabotaging Dak Prescott and saying, okay, well, let me see. Since you think you a $50 or $60 million quarterback, I'm not giving you no strong run game. Go win it with CeeDee Lamb and another wide receiver then, since you think you Peyton Manning. That's what he's thinking, bro. That's cutting-edge content, Chiefs fans. D-Take says, you good, bro. We still getting the info. Justin Udale says, what up, TD? Love the content, King. Thank you, bro. Salute to you. Chiefs fans says, Warren definitely an all-purpose back. All phases. Yes, sir. Chiefs fan says, if you have him as a number 2 RB or flex, your team looking good. Big facts. B Silver says, I have Kittle as a primary tight end and I grabbed Strange at the end of the draft. Would you prefer grabbing a handcuff like Sean Tucker or Rico Dowdle? I have Kittle as my primary tight end and I grabbed Strange at the end of my draft. Would you prefer grabbing a handcuff like Sean Tucker or Rico Dowdle? I would rather grab Sean Tucker than to have Strange when you already got Kittle. Now, I'm not saying Kittle can't go down, but if he does, just go to the tight end waiver wire. You can find somebody to stream. Chiefs fan says, who the Steelers' other wide receivers? Roman Wilson and Calvin Austin. Chiefs fan says, I hope the Chiefs trade for Breach Hall, throw them like a 3rd-round pick. Yeah, that's scary for the Chiefs. I don't think nobody's going to get... The Jets ain't doing that shit. They ain't going to trade with the Chiefs. They in the same division, too, in the ALC. Chiefs fan says, I feel like he's like a top 10 back. B Silver says, I messed up taking Travis Hunter over Emeka in the 6th round. You did. You did, B Silver. I got to get on you a little bit. You did. Chiefs fan says, okay. Chiefs fan says, Evan Ingram is going to be a problem. I don't know about that, man. There's too many tight ends to get to. Chiefs fans, yo, Chad, I need a TD from Blue on the Cowboys. You think he gets it? I don't know. I doubt it. D-Tay said, I got Bo in the 8th round. Good job. LS Legend says, 10-team PPR, 4th pick. That's not that long, but LS Legend, make sure you become a member of the chat. I don't rate teams or rank teams that ain't members of the channel. So, but I get to the questions, but I'm not going to go through and rank people's teams. It just takes a little bit too long to get to everybody comment. But he says 10-team PPR. I do this one. 4th pick, Gibbs, Collins, Josh Allen, Kamara, Kittle, DK Pickens. How are we looking? Gibbs, Collins, Allen, Kamara, Kittle. That's an A- team. That's a good team. I know it's a 10-team league, but I love Gibbs. I love Josh Allen and Kamara. Like, those guys are top guys. So I'm going to give it an A-. You got DK too. Maybe a B+ in 10-team. I might go drag it down to a B+, but it's still a good team. Big West says, yes, sir. I stacked Josh Allen and James Cook in my other league. Chiefs fan said he always cuts up our defense. Kale says Ibuka or Austin Eckler in the flex. I'm going with Ibuka. Austin Eckler may have a good first game, but I'm going with Ibuka. Gabe says, who do I bench? Montgomery, DJ Moore, or Ibuka? I would bench DJ Moore. It's close between DJ Moore and Montgomery. But I'm going to say DJ Moore. It's hard to bench them running backs who's going to be getting goal line touches. Montgomery may have at least 1 touchdown. Chiefs fan says, Gabe, who else is on your team? DT says, yeah, they could beat Philly. I agree. Stacy in the building. Chiefs fans know who I like, Luther Burton. Okay. Durf Boy 22 says, salute TD. What's your thoughts on Ollie Gordon and Tootin? Ollie Gordon has a chance to go and play that Raheem Mostert role. Not saying he's going to get the same role or same amount of production, but he has a chance to play that role. And Tootin is a stash. You just got to stash him to see what happens on that team if somebody gets traded or whatever. Ron Hart V says, Travis Hunter or Aaron Jones in the flex for PPR. I'm going with Aaron Jones. I need to see Travis Hunter play and how much he plays. Chiefs fan says, Henderson definitely a problem. The backup Arizona guy is nice. Henderson or Hampton. Allen says Henderson or Hampton. I'm going with Henderson. DT said he was a killer in Pittsburgh. I think he's talking about Jaylen Warren. Andrew Anthony says he could get 20 TDs. Talking about Derrick Henry. Peterson What's going on, Peterson? Des Rosers. He says, I got Genty, Taylor, Tracy, and Stevenson as running backs. What you think? I think it's solid. I give it a B. You got Genty and Taylor, and then you got Tracy as a flex guy if you had to do that. So yeah, I give it a B. JC said, okay, we did that one. We did Henderson and Hampton. I'm going with Henderson. JC said, if Chase doesn't go one, would you? Okay, we did that one already. XM Tucci says, Adams and Olave for AJ Brown. Yes, I would do that. TZ, what's up, TZG, man? He says, Harris is the RB1 now. They're just going to be splitting. The best man will win the job. Allen says, I got Nico in 3 leagues. Donnie Vin says, 12-man Superflex PPR. I got you, bro. Kyle Kamara, Aaron Jones, CD, Neighbors, Prescott, Kelsey, Pacheco, or Jones. RB2, and how you feel about Murray and Prescott rest of the season. I like Prescott over Murray because he's going to be passing the ball a lot, even though I'm okay with Murray. Murray, it's a lot of quarterbacks, so tomato. But I like Prescott more than Murray. And you says Pacheco or Jones. That's a tomato, but I'm going to go with James, but that's a tomato. See, Kamara, Jones. Yeah, you got a good team, man. You got a solid team. I'm going to give it, I think it's a B-. You got Aaron Jones as like, that's the only RB2 that I saw. I'm not high on Pacheco, so I'm gonna give it a B-. But if you didn't have a little bit of a better running back, I would be B or B+. B Silver says, the Whoopi Goldberg comparison is my favorite. Miracle Baller says, yes, it's still having trouble, TD, but we can hear you. Thank you, brother, for letting me know. Big Will says, my second league left me no choice but to take CMC at the 8th spot. JC says, Bijan just went first in my draft. Was tempted with Chase, but took Gibbs at 2. Good job. D-Tate says, bruh, want to hear some craziest? Yahoo was tripping and made me pick Nico at the 10th pick. What happened? It froze up or something? Jay, what's up? D-Tate says, appreciate you, bro. Anytime. Big Will says, facts. Nate says, AJ Brown stat prediction. We said 6 or 7 targets of about 70, 75 yards. Chris says, I'm going to send Davis for CMC. Nope, we're not doing that. Ice Cold OG Jones says, got Caleb Johnson and Cross Kamara. Are they good to start? No, they not. We should have somebody a little bit better to start over those guys. Chris, excuse me. Chris Villa says, I got Pearsall, Ridley, and Worthy. I think we already talked about that. JC says, picking next. McConkey still there around 3 or McBride. I'm going McBride. Hopefully you went McBride, bruh. Big Will says, I got my first chip because of you, man. The credit goes to you. No, bruh, it goes to you. The power is yours. Coach Cheese says, do you think Roman Dunza is going to break out this year? Yes, in the 4th quadrant. I think he's going to be a good 4th quadrant breakout. He's going to really get going. Top 5 potential. Once Caleb finds out how to play in the NFL and his timing is down, they're going to be really good. Again, guys, I need y'all to sign up. Like I said, this is one of the. When the season starts, I'm not going to be doing that. No disrespect to anybody. I just need y'all to sign up for the dollar tier if you want your team rate. Rate my 10-team league, brother. Lamar, Neighbors, Hill, Bijan. Ooh, Lamar, Neighbors, Hill, Bijan, Hampton, Ingram, Marvin Harrison Jr., Houston D, Swift, Wilson, Fields, Godwin, IU. A-, B+, A-. I love your first 3 or 4 picks. They really great. They big time. Chris says, it sounds like Breach Hall is no longer the lead back. I wouldn't be shocked if Hall is moved outright, leaving the Jets backfield to Allen. I agree. And Isaiah Davis. Chris says, they messing with you, TD. Who you talking about, Chris? Is they saying about the video messing up or something else? What's going on? Melissa, what's going on? Glad to see you. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Cutting edge content here. JC said, how do you feel about Hampton, Najee? I'm not touching either one of them. I might take Najee if he fall real late and I can pick him up off the waivers. But I'm not touching on Hampton. I told y'all not to draft Hampton. But he will be good later on in the season. I think he will be better. But I'd rather trade for him than to draft him. Blaze Cake says, opinion on Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones. I like Aaron Jones out of both of them. That's all I can tell you. I don't know how much goal line carries Jordan Mason gets, but I like Aaron Jones. C.A. Jefferson says, start Fields, Dak, or Bryce Young. Start Dak. I know they playing against a tough defense, but dance with the girl that you came to the party, and Dak going to be putting up a lot of yards. I think even in garbage time. Jimmy's TV says, you think Okonkwo will have a breakout season? No, but he could be okay. You can stream him. Chris says, stash Thornton or Sampson. Depends on what you got. If you need running back depth, then I would say Sampson. If you need wide receiver depth, I would say Thornton. Charlene says, can you say Joe Milton? You might be right. Joe might end up being a starter someday. I don't know if they're going to send down a $60 million quarterback. Justin says, TD, what do you think about Tony Pollard or Aaron Jones? I'm starting Tony Pollard over Aaron Jones. Charlene says, I want Arbery to score a lot of fantasy points. I got Audrey in a lot of leagues too. Jimmy says, Jerry Jones trading Michael Parsons will go down as one of the biggest football mistakes of his career. Or we could end up playing better, not because it was a good move, just because sometimes when people do stuff like that, it shakes things up, it still ends up working out. I don't know, but I wouldn't have done it. 1A says, the Cowboys drafted Michael Parsons only for him to develop into a likely first ballot Hall of Fame and just to trade him away before he enters his prime. MVM says, what's good, TD? Hey, I got Mason, Woody Marks, Keon Coleman, Tillman, J.K. Dobbins on my bench. Would you switch any of these guys for Troy Likely or Damian Pierce? No. J.K. is the starter. Tillman's the number 2. Keon Coleman, he might be, I don't know, they said something about him being questionable. Woody Marks, if you want to start Woody Marks first week, I get it. I wouldn't start Damian Pierce first week, so I get why you're starting Woody. But no, I wouldn't swap out anybody. Mindflux says, well, who do I bench, Reek, Evans, or T. Higgins? I'm going to say T. Higgins. Michael Baller says, Jawan Jennings just got a deal. Okay. BT said, if Breach gets traded, where do you see him going? Cowboys. 1A says Gordon could end up stealing the goal line road from A-Chain. No, that's not going to happen. A-Chain, as long as he's healthy. Now, if he's not healthy, yes, he will steal the goal line. Even though A-Chain might be out there, he won't get it because he's not healthy. If he's healthy, they're going to give A-Chain a chance to score. He's earned that right. Jones says, drafted Caleb Williams and Cross Kamara. Are they both a good start? No, not right now. 1A says the Commanders will start Chris Rodriguez Jr. and in week 1 with Austin Eckler being passed down running back, I would trade Krosky Merritt. Jay Moore says Denver, DST, or Ravens week 1. I will go with Denver. Quincy Davis, again, like I said, guys, you sign up as a member of the channel. I don't rate teams, but I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna glance over it. 10-man league, quarterback, tight end, JD5, Kraft, need 2 running backs, flex, CMC, A-Chain. So you need to be starting CMC and Chase Brown. 2 flex need to be A-Chain and Henderson. 2 wide receivers need to be Ibuka and Garrett Wilson. That's it right there. Jimmy says the hype around Bill has gone too far. Some managers draft him as a top 24 running back. JC says, so far in my draft, I got Gibbs, Allen, McBride, DJ Moore. Oh, why'd you go DJ Moore? You went DJ Moore over Jameson Williams? I can't agree with that, JC. But you might be on something. But I would have drafted somebody else before DJ Moore. I might would have went a quarterback right there where I went DJ Moore in the Superflex league. Ice Cold Jones says, I already have Gibbs, Chase Brown, just need the flex. Okay. King Justice says, will plays in a uncompetitive league to get those players if the 8-man team. What's the earliest you draft Ibuka in 12-man league? Round 5. That's the earliest I've drafted him. Chris says, start Mims. He faces a terrible Titans secondary in week 1. Mims could have a top 10 finish with one of the 2 explosive plays. I agree with that if he's healthy. Jamie Clark said, do you play any? I play a lot of Superflex. Not all, but a lot of Superflex. Quincy Davis says, okay, we did that one already. Eric says, what's your season outlook for Hampton? A 4th quadrant player. Charlene says, add an R player and put them in the IR slot like Spears, Coca, Ayuk, or Mixon. You always say that, Charlene, every year, and you right about that. Charlene said, it all depends on your rule leagues. Are you still high on Calvin Austin? I'm not high on him, but I still like him. I still like him as a flex play start or a wide receiver 3 start. He says, thanks for your input, TD. Anytime. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Thank y'all for tuning Fantasy Good Sports. I'm sorry about the live not looking right. I will try to make some adjustments, whatever I need to do. So y'all guys be safe. Chris says, do you play in guillotine leagues? Yes, but I don't like it. I did it because a guy, he entered my league. I hate guillotine leagues. I just want to play regular. I just want to play regular, man. Maybe I'm old school. Maybe I just want to play the original game. But I'm not into that. I don't like really, I ain't gonna call it a gimmick, but I don't like gimmick leagues. Vampire leagues and shit like that. I don't like that type of shit. All right, guys, y'all be safe. See y'all later. Peace.